For me, it's a very, very awesome movie in the sense that it depicts sacrifice, commitment, dedication, and unity of purpose. And I believe that as Nigerians watch it, it will stir up the spirit of dedication, faithfulness, commitment, and sacrifice in our lives. Because you will agree with me that it is the proactive way by which Nigerians attacked Ebola, where tribal sentiments, political sentiments, and no sentiment was attached. We have a problem and we need to eradicate it, and everyone's hand was on board. That's why we were able to deal with it.
I think they did a fantastic job in taking you back and letting you live through the 93 days. And you got to live through what everybody who was threatened, those who had the victory of survival, and those who had the misfortune of being throwing themselves at the grenade of Ebola, and therefore allowing you and me and the nation to be what it is today. So you live through each person's emotion, which is extremely emotional. You come out with the victory of we survived, and then you also come to realization that if you want to get rid of anything and we collaborate and we come together as a powerful force against that thing that is threatening our nation, then we can do it.
What's the most touching thing you've heard anybody from the people who have seen it said about it?
We've had some amazing comments. A very senior lady in the Department of Health in the United States in Washington, D.C. said that it's better that if she watched the film and the film is better than Outbreak. She actually wrote it down. She put it as a quote for us. A gentleman in Canada saw the film and says it's the best film he's seen all year. Somebody else in America says it's the best film they've seen in a very, very long time. I mean, very, very touching comments. So yes, a lot of great comments about the film.
It's about time for this story to come out via this movie. We've been waiting for it, especially because it is also going to be an instructional tool for a lot of people who really, really, really do not know what this whole Ebola thing is all about. So I think the time is right. It has come. And after today, it's going to be all over cinemas for people to go watch and get instructed and informed. So I am glad that this has come today.
All right, that period has been described as a very dark period in the history of our togetherness as a country. And from the reviews that have been coming out from people who have seen this particular movie, said it's highly emotional and all of this. How emotionally prepared are you to relive those moments again?
Tissues all in the bag. I have my tissues in the bag. Yeah, I knew it was going to be an emotional one, so I mean, I'm prepared for that. I know the story is going to take us into the time, so we are ready, It's going to happen.
That means there's going to be a lot of crime.
There's going to be a lot of crime. Yeah, it's going to happen, yeah.
I mean, come on, why not? If the story is so very well told and it takes you right in there, come on. Don't hold your emotions back.
What do you suppose is going to be the biggest challenge these filmmakers had to overcome before trying to tell a story that a whole lot of people are really, really going to be interested in?
Well, first, in terms of putting the script together, the story itself, actual events of what happened, and making sure that you don't leave out details. And when you're done with that, it will be next trying to bring the cast together. Now, because you're telling a true life story, a story that's based on a true life incident, happenstance, you need to begin to look for people who are close in terms of semblance to those characters, and not just getting them close, but also making sure that they deliver. And I remember that during the auditions, when we were looking for who to play at that level, I had to look through so many photographs and listen to how people talk. And of course, Steve, the director, had to talk to Dr. O'Hare. A lot went into it, just a lot went into it, because you do not want at the end of the day to come out with something and say there's a misinterpretation somewhere. But so, as much as possible, if you don't get it 100%, try and get as much as possible to get to about 97%.
All right. While a whole lot of the cast members are being celebrated, people in front of the camera, people they see. I know a little bit. He told me some of the roles you played behind the camera, especially with Danny Glover and all of this. Could you give us a little bit understanding of how?
Well, Steve invited me over and asked me to work on Danny Glover, make him sound Nigerian as much as possible. So as much as possible, I did the best I could. Had to learn to pronounce Nigerian names and learn to speak English the Nigerian way, and he did a good job of it at the end of the day. I was taken in by his great personality, but I had to find a way to work around it, and we got along. Well, it was a bit tough at the beginning because you had to start learning how to pronounce at that level, and I would have to scream out when they didn't take at that level. Well, it was fun. Well, it turned out right.
What's the problem?
We have a patient here, a diplomat brought in by ECOWAS. His temperature is very high.
This is a viral infection, a serious infection.
I think we have a problem developing here.
Nigeria was a mere spectator to the deadly Ebola crisis sweeping West Africa, but now there are fears that country could be on the verge of becoming the next hot zone for the virus, with health officials there warning every nation and every individual is at risk.
Lagos is a city of over 21 million people. We simply cannot afford an Ebola outbreak in Lagos.
Something that changes the way you look at the world. Changes your life forever.